Who and who do you think is leaving Big Brother's house this coming Sunday? Because voting stops today by 12 a.m. on the dot. So fans of these nine housemates, they are doing their best to ensure that they vote and vote and vote to keep their favorites in the house next week. Yes, the voting is closing today for this week voting. It's going to end today. So I will basically say that the buzz buzz on social media now is on the low key now because fans of these nine nominated housemates, they are doing their best to vote for their favorite person so that they can remain in the house. And I must confess that this week nomination is somehow tough because from what people are saying on Twitter that it's possible that three people might get evicted on Sunday. Okay, because we are almost coming to the end of the show and we still have much people in the house. So I hear that probably three are going home this Sunday, and this is the reason why there are so much anxiety, so much the media is somehow quiet because today happens to be the last voting day and fans, they are busy at the moment. Probably by tomorrow the buzz will continue, but at the moment everywhere is somehow quiet. You are highly welcome back again to the channel. Here I bring updates on bbnaija season 9 show. Kindly like, subscribe, and as well share this video, turn on notification bell so that you keep on getting updates whenever I upload the new gist on the channel. Yeah, highly welcome. So guys, let's talk about the housemates that are up for eviction and the possible ones that you think will get evicted. Okay, so from my analysis, I would say that I'm going to analyze this based on how people are voting for them, and as well their the housemates, how they have been doing their stuff in the house. So Shaun, yeah, hey, I think this is the first time, if I'm not mistaken, the first time Shaun is going to be up for eviction as an individual. So what are his chances of staying back until next week? To be sincere, yeah, Shaun's chance is quite low, like very, very low. And the reason why I said so is because Shaun does not have much fan base, or maybe they are not that obvious on the media because his fan base on the media, they are not that much. Moreover, Handi and Wanni, they are also up for possible eviction. So I will have said that if they were not up, their fans would have supported and voted for Shaun, but both of them are up for eviction. Even the fans of Wanni and they are kind of in a fixed position because they are somehow debating that they should focus or they are voting on Wanni, while some are saying Handi. But I think they are pouring their votes majorly on Wanni because they want her to remain in the house. So on this basis, his chance of not getting evicted from the house on Sunday is very low for me. This is me here being practical. Okay. And here we have Kassia. Kassia the Kassia. I think Kassia has been up for eviction from day one. Every week, this babe, why are the housemates so threatened by this babe? Like, he has been up for eviction from day one, and our fans, they keep getting stronger. There is no day that you go on Twitter, no hour, no minute that you will not see Kassia's fans. They are busy on the Twitter doing what they know how to do well, which is voting for her, campaigning for her, gingering their fans to ensure that they keep on voting for her. So I would say that Kassia has a very strong fan base, and we know that Kelly Ray is not up for eviction. It is only Kassia. So it's now fan base of the double case together. The whole fan base, they are putting their votes for Kassia. So I would say that the possibility of Kassia going home this Sunday is very, very low. Yes, our chances of staying back in the house is quite high. So I'm not expecting her to go home this Sunday because she has a very strong fan base out there. And we have Victoria here. Victoria was up for eviction last week, and by the effort of her fans and God's grace, she was in the house this week. Okay, she was saved last week. So a possibility of staying back in the house this week, if three people are going to get evicted, is quite high. Yes, I doubt if she's going to get evicted because she has a strong fan base as well. Her fans, they are doing their stuff very well, and they are voting for her massively on Facebook, on Twitter, on TikTok, on Twitter. Our fan base, they are doing great. And for me, I would say that Victoria is not going anywhere this Sunday. Yes, she's going to remain in the house, and that is all thanks to her fan base, because to me, I would say that she has a very strong fan base. Last week she was up for eviction and she didn't go. Last 2 weeks as well, she was up for eviction and she wasn't evicted. And that is because our fan base is also very strong. And as well, now that they have the Castoria, yes, shippers, they are doing massively well for her as well. So her chances of going home on Sunday, to me, I would say that it's very, very low. Now let's talk about Anita. I think this should be our first time of being nominated as an individual as well. So what are the chances that Anita has a strong fan base who are doing stuff for her out there? To be sincere, guys, I would say our fan base is not that strong enough. Yes, our fan base, they are not strong enough, unless maybe they are doing their own stuff, behind the camera. Okay, but I would say that Anita does not have a strong fan base, so unfortunate. So I can see her going home this Sunday. I can see her going home this Sunday, to be sincere. Yeah, and I just hope that her fan base are doing something for her behind the camera. But if not, she probably might be going home this coming Sunday. The next person here is Wanni. Wanni has a very strong fan base out there, even though that both twins are up for eviction, and somehow their fan base, they made a choice, or they took a decision to vote Wanni more, so that she can remain in the house just in case of any stuff. Okay, so Wanni has a very strong fan base there, and the votes for her is on a very high side. So I'm going to say that Wanni's chances of staying back in the house, it is quite high. Yes, so she go nowhere. She go nowhere. She will still be in Biggie's house probably till the end of the show. Okay, because she has a very strong fan base who believe in her, who love her personality, who love her character, and who are rooting for her massively, because that is the main stuff. Yeah, are they voting for you, or they are just there blabbing about you and talking about you? Okay, but for Wanni has a very strong fan base, and I'm seeing her staying on the show towards the end. Okay, she's going to be among those that will compete for that money. Then talk about Handi. Due to both of them are up for eviction, okay, and the chances is kind of, I would say is medium, not high, not low. Okay, because I'm sure that even though they are pouring their vote for the sister one, is some of the housemates who were so stubborn, they will still vote for Handi, because they were like, no, we cannot pour all our vote for one. They will still want Handi to remain in Biggie's house towards the end of the show. So I would say that if three people are going on Sunday, the probability of Handi going, it is quite low. So our chances of staying back in the house is quite high. Now let's talk about Onyeka. How strong is the fan base of Onyeka? To be sincere, yeah, even though Onyeka's fan base, they make a lot of noise on the media, I must say that just like Handi, Onyeka's chances as well is in the medium. It's not high, it is not low. Okay, and since the OZ twins, but the way twins are not up. Some of their fans, they are voting for Onyeka, and even though some are equally voting for Wanni as Andy, choose of that fan base, well, they say that they are not going to pour their vote for her, even though I'm sure that some, maybe a little, will vote for her just because she asked for that. But Onyeka chances of going home this Sunday is on a medium, okay? It's not that high, it's not that low, okay? Then the next person here is TJay. Hey, whoa, TJay, our doctor, our married man. This guy, oh boy. Well, what are his chances of staying back in the house? I would say that it is very, very low. Yes, I was going through Twitter on Facebook trying to see the fan base of TJay, and I will say that his fan base might be maybe just 10%. It does not have much fan base. And I would say that his chances of going home this Sunday is very high because his fans, they are not that much. So I doubt if his vote is going to be that much. So TJay might be going home on Sunday. Then we have the last one here. Then what are our chances of staying back in the house? I think for me, I would say that Nelly and Anita, they are somehow in the same category. And I think Nelly, this should be our first time individual nomination. I'll be up for eviction. I think so. So I think she falls in the same category with Anita. Yes. Our chances is somehow poor for me. Because she doesn't have that much fan base based on social media stuff. She doesn't have much people that are campaigning for her. So I think her still being in the house is because she has not been that up for eviction, unlike other housemates. So our chances of living on Sunday is also very high. So I would say that this coming Sunday, this is based on my own analysis and my own thoughts, that people that might go home this Sunday, if it's going to be 4 housemates, to me, I would say TJay, I would say Anita, Nelly, and Shaun. But if it's going to be 3 housemates, then I'm going to say it's going to be TJay, Shaun, and Nelly. Okay, so this is my own analysis, and I would love to hear what you guys have to say. Did you accept my analysis, or do you have a minus or an addition to add to that? So please let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you all presence, and I love you all. Thank you so much. Please, if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because I will keep on bringing more updates here on bbnaija Season Show. And I also want to remind you, just in case you have not yet voted for your favorite enough, keep on voting, because voting is going to end today, being Thursday, by 11:59. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your presence here. Thank you, and stay back here, because I'll be back here with more updates.